Y'all really think I was going to drop all this about past lives and not tie more into it? Like, hold on to your pants. Hold on. Yeah. So anyway, I had some friends ask me if I want to go to a shop, and I was like, sure, whatever, we'll go. And they had told me that the shop was owned by some veterans, and I was like, this should be fun. Literally. So of course, as soon as we get there, I do me, okay? I do me, and I start asking like the questions that people want to ask, but they're too afraid to ask because they might get judged. So of course, within 2 minutes of walking in, I have got this dude just giving me all kinds of information, and I'm just eating it up. I'm like, tell me more. I want to know. So anyway, he gives me his backstory and tells me what he started walking through back in 2008. And my jaw's kind of like on the ground. What? This is happening? So, he informs me that his stuff's hacked into at least once a week. By many 3-letter agencies. And at this point, I'm kind of like, okay, well, maybe he is telling me the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, the things that he was saying, it was kind of like out there. But I was like willing to listen. Like, y'all sure, go ahead and tell me whatever, right? And tells me that his stuff's getting hacked at least once a week. And he's able to trace it back and figure out who's doing it and all this other stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, but yet you're sitting here telling me all of this with all of our electronics here. So anyway, we hang out for a little bit and then decide, okay, it's time to go. Like, I don't know if it was like intuition, guides, but it was like, okay, now it's time to we gotta get up out of here. So we walk outside and we're gonna smoke before leaving. And there's a local sheriff car, SUV, sitting right there, and we're like, interesting. They're just kind of hanging out in the vehicle, not doing anything. After this dude done dropped so much stuff, I want to be like blah, 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 and tell it, but for my protection and his protection, I'm not going to do that on social media. So anyway, this other car pulls up, and this woman gets out. She walks over to the dude. It's got the lights on the top. And she's got a clipboard. He gets out of the car and they walk in that store. And I'm like, so no more than he just come out and say, you know, they're looking for reasons and they're trying to shut me down. They're more or less coming after me. We witnessed him saying that, and then people showing up to serve papers. Like, did that just happen? Is what he's telling me, if what he is telling me is true, that's some pretty fucked up shit. Which it goes hand in hand with what Trump has gone through, and then his people that have been in with him, like the weaponized system. Like if they decide, and whoever they may be, that you are going to go to jail, they're going to come after you. I have lived a weaponized result of what that looks like. My own personal experience. You know, the idea of having a governed body is a great thing. Keep in mind, we're all humans, and humans want to go after those that they personally have a vendetta, is that the word? Against. The cancel culture is also in our judicial systems. You know, like, did you all not ever watch the documentary Making of a Murderer? Like, these things do happen. The system is not 100% good, right or left. Okay? This swings both ways. You know? So, that happened. That truly freaked me out. That freaked me out because I got to hear firsthand experience that, you know, this is an issue, that, you know, what is supposed to be protecting us is being weaponized against us. So I wasn't sure if I wanted to share all of this, and trust me, I got a lot more, okay? After what happened to me and being falsely framed and somebody trying to pay money to frame me for a crime that I didn't commit, I've walked it. I've lived it. And I'm still living it. You know, still living it. How, as a society, is the proper way to navigate this? Like, what is the best thing to do? Violence is never the answer. Ever. We have to be able to have opposing conversations, which is our First Amendment. We have to be able to talk about truth and not cancel people for it. I don't know where this is coming from, but apparently it needs to be said. But anyway, I'm going to make another video. I'm going to add to this. So, you know, once I started going through and clearing a lot of that past life karma, I was being put right in situations that was showing me what the system had become. You know, and this started in 2020, and then, you know, my own personal experience, and then, you know, other people that have been brought into my life. But, you know, part of that past life is meeting the same people, the same situations, the same vibrational blueprint as those times, and finishing the karma out with them, maybe in a different meat suit, maybe even a different experience. You know, this is why I say many of us have been through this before. Many of us have been through these transits. We know, we hold the knowledge of the past within our soul resonance, in our soul blueprint, our soul DNA. And being able to connect what I've gone through and be so open about my story. I mean, that was another fear within itself, actually saying these things out loud for people to hear besides me and those that are close to me. Like, my hands are sweating. I've been called a lot of things. I would never want to volunteer this openly and be called others. You know what I mean? So, stay tuned. There'll be another part that drops, but I did want to share this. And, yeah, there's more. I love you all. We'll talk soon. Bye.